Hey everyone, what's up? Mike D from SuperGuitarLicks.com. In this video, we are going to be checking out Quick Licks number 7. So this is a really fun one that's going to be kind of bluesy, and we're actually going to use the major pentatonic pattern. So let me play it for you, and we'll dig in. Here we go. Alright, cool. So this is along to the backing track called Crazy Fun Blues. And this one is in the key of A minor, or in this case we're playing in the relative of A minor, which is C major. The tempo's at 167, however this track actually has a halftime feel, which means you can kind of practice it at half the speed. But we won't worry about that right now because again we're going to break it down slow, teach it to you, and get you playing it. So again, this one is based off of the major pentatonic pattern. So if we play that on C at the 8th fret, okay, there's your full pattern. Now what we're going to do is start with our ring finger at the top of that scale, which is at the 10th fret on the E string. I'm going to put the ring finger there, and then my first finger is going to be ready on the 8th fret of that same string, because I'm going to do a lot of pull-offs with this one to kind of get the speed going and get it easier to play. So the first phrase of this is going to be a quick pull off to 8 and then 10 on the B string. Okay, just down, down, start with a down pick. So it's going to go down and then up on the B string. And then I'm going to go back to the 8th fret on the E string. Okay, and one of the other things I do is I keep my palm down on all the other strings, which helps keep them muted and from making a lot of extra noise. So here we're going to go again. So we're going to go to 8, then we just jump down a string and do the same pattern again on the next set of strings, which will be 8 on the B string, pull off to 8, then I'm going to play 9 on the G string, and then come back to the 8th fret on the B string. Okay. So again, now it's kind of two phrases, but you can see how when you play them together, it's one long phrase because we're also putting a little bit of a swing rhythm to this to fit the groove. Okay, so the second part of that, again, 8 to 10, 9 on the G string, and then 8 to 8th fret on the B string. Alright, now what we're going to do, that's where it kind of ends. So we're going to go to the 9th fret on the G string with my ring finger, pull off to the 7th fret with my first finger, and then use my pinky on the 10th fret of the D string. And that's essentially the lick. Now with this one, because the tempo is so quick, you can loop it back to back, but it's pretty fast. You got to really get back to that first note to get it to sound right. Okay, you can work your way up to that, but again, like anything else, use a metronome, take it super slow, and keep it even, okay? It's a lot easier to put the swing rhythm to it after you get this down better and things get moving better. So there's your lick to start off with. Now what we can do, though, to build it up, is use the rest of the scale pattern and play all the way down to the bottom. Sometimes it helps to end back at the 5th fret on the big string because that's essentially where your key is, okay? And there's a bunch of little variations you could do towards the end. You can keep repeating the same pattern, or as the tab says, you can kind of just go right down the scale once you get to the 10th fret on the D string. But again, what's important to do is use your own little variation of this to make it fun. So let's hear how it sounds against the backing track now. example of how if you play through the full scale, you can get a nice smooth sound, and it certainly sounds good at the end of a phrase. But again, another repetitive lick pattern to try out. Use those pull-offs to help make this easier. And again, work your way up to tempo. This is, again, because it's a halftime groove, you really got to kind of play it quick to make it sound the way it should. However, if I play it slower, watch this. Something like that. Okay? You could certainly do to get your fingers used to the motions and everything else. And then when you're ready, you could really start cranking up that speed. So there's quick lick number 7. Have fun, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Be sure to share this video with all your friends, and then go check out superguitarlicks.com to get access to more free guitar lessons on soloing and lead playing, as well as backing tracks to jam along to, and a whole lot more. We'll see you soon. Later.